Okay, interview with Gary Setchell after Stotfold won, Bedford Town won. Apologies for the mic issues tonight. We've got technology problems, so we're doing our best on that front. The Eagles winning on penalties tonight. Gary, not the most convincing of wins, but in the cup game away at a side 2 divisions below us, a win and a progression is all that matters, isn't it?
Yeah, but listen, if we'd have won 3-4-5-1, I don't think Stotfold would have had too many complaints. I think we hit the woodwork, I don't know, 3-4 times, did we? We've had numerous great opportunities. Their goalkeeper for me was probably man of the match. But yeah, we need to be a little bit better as well. But you know, if we'd have took our chances, the game would have been out of sight. But this is what Stotfold do, don't they? Stick together. They've got a good management team who are exceeding expectations in the division they're in, and they've got that momentum, ain't they? They're top of the league, I believe. They work hard for each other, and that was always going to be a difficult one. So delighted to go through. I think we fully deserve to go through, and credit the 5 lads who stood up and took the penalties at the end. But you know, I think we've hit the woodwork 3 times in the last 10 minutes, haven't we? Or 20 minutes. But that's football. But you know, when your chips are down a little bit like ours are at the minute, you go out on penalties, don't you? But we had enough about us to do that, and you know, like I say, if we create them chances every game, then we'll be happy. But you know, we need someone to start tucking them away on a regular basis.
You say when we can create that many chances on a game, we'll be happy. But you then said we need somebody to start converting.
Yeah.
Maka could have had a hat trick inside the first 25 minutes, couldn't he? We've bombarded their
Charlie could have had a hat trick second half. Yeah,
I mean,
Yaffy could have had a couple when he came on.
That must be the real source of contention for you at the moment, that we're not converting those chances, whatever game we're playing in.
Yeah, because well, of course it is. Yeah, but that's hard, and that's hard to, you know, we keep chopping and changing that. You know, Charlie's been brilliant for us at centre half. I thought he was best player on the pitch by miles tonight. I thought he was a real handful. But you know, we have got to start converting chances, and not if we do, when we do, or whatever. We've got the capabilities in that dressing room to score these chances. If people come to training, I know it's a totally different mindset, etc. All them boys in there have got the ability to finish. But it's just doing it in the key situations, in it at the key times, and at the minute we're not doing that, and we are getting punished every time we make a half a mistake. We got punished. Even tonight, the only mistake we made, we got punished for it. And like I say, Stotfold were, you know, they probably deserved it for their effort and endeavour to get to the penalty shootout. And like I say, we just had enough about us to keep a cool mind and 5 good penalties.
You brought Lewis Elsom in tonight, which obviously started the questions as to what the situation is with Alex Street. I mean, do you want to clarify anything with Peds there?
With Peds or with you?
With me, with anyone, yeah.
No, just listen. The people who have been watching us for the last 18 months, 2 years, you know, Peds was one of my first signings. He got told he had an injury in the summer in his hip. He's worked his best to try and keep playing through it, and Jazzy's been working wonders with him, and has just got too much, and his performance has suffered it. And you know, we had a conversation over the weekend, and then we spoke again yesterday, and Alex is just going to step aside for as long as it takes for him to get his hip right. You know, he might have to have an injection or 2, or you know, he's going to see a top surgeon, but he can't carry on because his standards are so high, and he's been letting goals in this season that he just don't let in. So that's affected probably his confidence a little bit, but he's confident that, you know, at some point he can get back to his best, but that won't be any time sort of in the foreseeable future. So he's not leaving to go anywhere else. He's staying, you know, registered with us, but he's just going to step away and try to get his hip sorted, and he'll know further down the line whether he can get back playing. Football's his passion. He feels he can still carry on playing, but that'll be a medical thing now. But you know, he didn't come in for too much stick like with the fans and that, but not many people would have been playing with the injuries he's got. And you know, he obviously, because he can't train the way he wants to train and get to the level he wants to, obviously he can't, you know, he can't shift any weight or anything, because he can't get out on the road and run, because he'd only done I think a triathlon not so long ago, but he can't do any of that at the minute. So hopefully he can get the help he needs and get back training and get himself fully fit to then play step-free football.
So 3 quick points off of the back of that then. The door is not closed to him returning.
No, the door's not closed. You know, if he get back to his best, for me, he's one of the best keepers in the league. There's you know, people who saw him last year and the year before COVID, they know that. You know, he's won the Conference North 3 years ago. You know, he's a proper goalkeeper, but injury has hampered him this season, and that's been a hard watch sometimes. And obviously, like I say, he's a proud man, he's a proud bloke, and he wants to not jack it in, but he don't want to play in the condition he is at the minute. And obviously, like I say, we've been chatting a little bit over the last week or two, and you know, the goals even Saturday, they're just not goals that Alex let in. So we're gonna move on for a little while and get another keeper in. Obviously, Lewis has come in tonight, not done himself any harm. And you know, we'll go from there. Obviously, I'm speaking to 1 or 2 this week, and obviously we've got to get someone in place for next Tuesday.
That was point 2. What's the long-term replacement strategy then, in terms of where we're at? You are speaking to keepers, and
you're the secretary. You know exactly who I'm speaking to.
No, we're not supposed to openly tell us the world, are we?
No, like so. We've put 7 days in for 1 or 2 goalkeepers, and you know, we're speaking to them. And if we can't get one across the line, then we'll have to probably go the loan route or use Lewis or, you know, whoever. You know, there's plenty of goalkeepers out there. You know, but we've got the most annoying thing for us now is we've got 2 massive fixtures, Kings Langley and Bromsgrove at home. We're without Charlie, we're without Drew, obviously we're without Alex now. We can replace Alex hopefully, and you know, we might even have to go get one in to help with the other ones. But you know, I spoke to the boys tonight. Our discipline has got to improve, because we've had 3 or 4 red cards in first halves of matches, and that's just 12 points you lose. You know, we're in a position where we can lose 12 points, and we're in a position now where we're playing like a nervous team from nowhere. 2 or 3 weeks ago we had a swagger, we beat Colville, we beat Rushall, and we was playing with a little bit of a swagger, and now all of a sudden we look like we're playing like a nervous team, you know, just because of how the landscape is right now. So we'll pull it round, there's no 2 ways about that, and we've just got to perhaps get 1 or 2 bodies in the door to help us do that.
And finally, on the Ped situation, I promise you it's finally, how difficult has that been for you? You're friends with him, that's no secret. You know,
yeah.
Football and friendship always remain secret and separate in a lot of camps. But you know, that when you've had so much belief in a player, when you've developed a player like you have with him, that conversation mustn't have been easy.
No, but Ped's isn't stupid, and that Ped's actually texted me first before, like we had a conversation last week, then he actually texted me first before we then went on to have another conversation. Of course it's hard, like he is like a brother to me really, but you know, he felt he was letting me down, he was letting his teammates down, and like I say, he's not uneducated, he's you know, he's a bright lad, so you know, he knew, I knew, but like I say, I know him really well, and he'll be determined to get his hip right, get himself fit, and come and show everyone the real Alex Street. And if he don't, that won't be for the want of trying.
You mentioned there are 2 massive home games now against sides around us. You know, it's no secret we need to pick up points, ideally 6 points obviously out of that. You know, the build up to that is obviously an hour a week because of the no game Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, you've got time to work with the lads, you've got time to drill some confidence into them. You know, any further comments on that? No,
we'll do a train as usual on Tuesday, we'll do a bit on Saturday, and we'll prepare for the game. But you know, I don't want to put too much pressure on the lads and make it out to be like that's, you know, if we lose, this is it. That, you know, I need to get them playing with a smile on the face and trying to get that swagger back. Too much negativity for me around the place, but that's just natural with results. But you know, I think a lot of people have got short memories from what some of these players have done for the football club, and I ain't. So I'll keep sticking by them, and they will come good. They've proved this season that we can get results. They proved last season that they can get results. They've proved last season that they can win big games, and we've got 2 big games coming up, and I'm pretty sure that if we put our best foot forward, that we can win them games as well.
Last question, which you're contracted a obliged to give an answer to, otherwise it's a fine from Callum.
Right.
Who's winning the World Cup?
Brazil.
That starts on Sunday, but who cares, because we've got 2 massive home games next week. Kings Langley on Tuesday, Bromsgrove Sporting on Saturday. Get your tickets now at bedfordeagles.net.